What is men's work all about? That's the subject for today, brother. Greetings from the forest here in Germany. Sending a lot of love to everybody. What is men's work all about? Most men in the world still don't really know what men's work is, even though in modern times it's been a profound movement in the last several decades in which millions of men have been involved. There's been this great reemergence of men's circles, men coming together in spaces of truth to share from the heart, to witness one another, to give one another direct feedback, to sharpen one another, to do exercises together, to go through leadership training and initiatory processes together, to explore masculine archetypes together: the king, the warrior, the magician, the lover, the father, the sage, the inner child. There's many different archetypes that we explore within men's work. And on a deeper level, men's work reaches back to ancient times. It reaches back to tens of thousands of years ago, to our primordial ancestors gathering around the bonfire, men gathering around the fire during a hunt to be together, to speak truth, to hold one another in sacred community. It reaches back to ancient monasteries and orders of monks and men and different types of men's leadership and men's service organizations where men came together in fraternity, in brotherhood, with some deeper sense of purpose, of calling, of shared mission, a shared calling toward service and toward deepening contemplatively, spiritually. This has also been a very ancient current. Brotherhoods of men coming together to deepen spiritually and contemplatively. So men's work has its roots in those ancient threads. And in modern times, as I said, it's been powerfully reemerging. It's been a sizable movement for decades now. And what's beautiful about men's work is that it's really a wide open blank canvas. Yes, there are classic elements of men's work, such as men gathering in a space of truth together to speak honestly from the heart about their lives and receive honest feedback. But really, there's no limit to the different types of elements and exercises and modalities and retreats and possibilities that can be explored within men's workspaces. It's very limitless. It's very much a blank canvas. So there's a ton of room for innovation in this space as well. And that's been one of the most exciting things for me the last few years, is to really get creative and play and innovate in the men's workspace and explore many different ways of guiding men through deep processes and deep experiences together that can help us holistically develop ourselves, develop in terms of our relationships, communication, leadership, holistic health and well-being, our spirituality, our alignment, our career, our vocation, our purpose. Men's work is uniquely a very holistic development system. At its best, it is a place where men come to sculpt one another, to refine one another, to sharpen one another along all axes and dimensions of life as a man. There is no aspect of life as a man that cannot be brought into an integral men's work container, and that you can develop and work on alongside your brothers. And so, yeah, I'm making this video to try to demystify men's work, to raise awareness of this incredibly rich and beautiful modern movement that taps into this ancient force and that is so powerful for men. You know, so many men nowadays feel deeply alone, deeply alienated, deeply cut off. The simple experience of discovering a brotherhood of like-hearted men, like-hearted souls on the path of wisdom, who are embracing the joy of growth together, who are training together to become leaders and to become shepherds, stewards, guardians on this earth, to become the men that we can be, is incredibly inspiring. It's reconnecting, it's heart-opening, it's an antidote for modern isolation and alienation. And you know, many men probably ask themselves, do I really need something like this? Is this a form of therapy? Can't I just power through this? You know, if I was a real man, wouldn't I be able to just live my life on my own? Why would I need to be part of something like this? And what I would say there is that joining a men's group, joining a men's circle or men's leadership organization is not about being broken and needing to find something to fix you. It's about coming into a space where you are seen as intrinsically whole, and you share in that wholeness alongside your brothers, and you meet men who truly inspire you, who call you up, who call you forward, who see your potential, who see the king in you and invite you to step forward and step into that in all areas of your life. So it's not about wallowing in a sense of brokenness and, oh, we're these broken men who need this support group. You know, sure, there's some stuff like that out there, and many such things like that can be incredibly beautiful too. But the kind of men's work that I lead, the kind of men's work that we have innovated in Council of Kings, is much more about leaders coming together to discover brotherhood, to discover loving sparring partners who call them forward, who refine them, who shape them and sculpt them. It's about coming into a space where you embrace growth, you embrace the quest for truth. It's about coming into a space with men who are obsessed with finding the truth of their existence and living that truth all the way through. So it's more about further evolution and training and contemplative deepening and brotherhood and connection with men who are already at a level of thriving in life, who are already at a solid baseline in life, but want to go further, want to further enrich their lives, want to further sharpen their sword, want to discover the blind spots they haven't noticed and the pieces, the little pieces and shifts that they've been missing that can click everything into place on deeper levels and unlock their joy, their calm, their peace, their radiance, their alignment on deeper levels, so they can discover what it really feels like to be breathed by infinity, to feel like you're coming fully into alignment with the radiant sun of divine being, and that you are shining forth from that, and as that, you're living from that. Thy will is my will, thy will be done. You're giving your life over to something greater than yourself, because that is where a man finds the deepest meaning and the deepest freedom and joy in life, believe it or not, is by taking the focus off of himself and placing it on, how can I give my life over to love? How can I give my life over to truth? How can I go deeper into truth, into nature, into earth, into divinity, into all-pervading vastness and symmetry? How can I align, harmonize, come into congruence with that, not as some floaty, abstract, la-la land type of thing, but as a visceral, embodied, bare feet on the earth reality of me feeling in harmony with my deepest being, me feeling present on this earth with the people I love, me standing tall and strong, feeling good about the man I am, the man I've become, the father I've become, the husband I've become, the leader I've become, the brother I've become, the man who's capable of giving other men direct honesty and holding up the mirror if that's asked for, the man who's capable of true connection, the man who's capable of holding a torch and leading the way alongside one's brothers toward the more beautiful world our hearts know is possible, toward a world where we move beyond war, beyond violence, where we set the kids free and we explore the higher co-creative possibilities that are available to us in life. Life does not have to be this endless roundhouse kicking ourselves in the face for millennia on end like our species seems to be trapped in. Life can be gorgeous flow and artistry and celebration and co-creation. And so moving into the higher echelons of human well-being, that's what you start to discover. My wife and I like to talk about a scale of -10 to +10 in terms of human well-being. And -10 is like suicidally depressed, in total despair, in a complete black hole, the deepest depths of despair. Leading up to 0 is like a pure baseline, like you're neutral, you're okay, life's all right, you're doing pretty good. And +10 refers to the highest states of flourishing available to human beings. Not to say that there's no difficulty or challenge in these states, but these spaces are characterized by ever greater depths of joy, of communion, of revelation, of life becoming a prayer, a poem, a presence practice, a sense of profound alignment, a sense of effortless creativity and shining radiance, coming into the fullness and wholeness of what you are, self-actualization and self-transcendence, and rooting that down on this earth for the good of all, becoming a pillar of the inmost love on this earth for the good of all. So our brotherhood is inviting men toward those highest echelons of human flourishing. Those are real, they are available, they've been spoken of and pointed to by great sages and saints of all authentic wisdom traditions for ages, and they're real. They're right here now, and stepping into a space where you can begin to absorb that type of frequency by osmosis from earthly and celestial brothers who are rooted deep to the earth but also extend their branches unto the heavens, brothers who are shamanic, who are mystical, who've gone deep on the path of wisdom, and who are also leaders, who are grounded in translating their wisdom into a real direction on this earth, a real set of skills and capacities on this earth, projects, organizations, books, albums, performances, possibilities, brothers who are inspiring to you. Stepping into a field like that can call you forward and call you up and allow your body, your system to begin just by osmosis absorbing so much from those brothers that your life can begin to rapidly shift direction. And even relatively small shifts, when you measure that out over the long term, you end up in a vastly vastly different space. And so that's a lot of what men's work and transformational work is about to me. It's about making those deeper and deeper shifts to come into deeper and deeper alignment, so that when that alignment plays out over the course of the next decades, you end up in a radically different space, creating a radically more true, more soul-aligned legacy on this earth of beauty, presence, poetry, and love than you would have otherwise. And you do it alongside your brothers, sharing intrinsically valuable experiences of pure love and enriching connection. And you holistically develop your life along all dimensions and axes alongside men you respect. That is the essence of the men's work that we do within Council of Kings. So brother, I hope this has been an informative video, giving you a greater sense of the lay of the land in terms of what is men's work, what are men's circles, what are men's leadership organizations, and why would a man benefit from getting involved in something like that. So thank you for listening. God bless, much love, be well. Many blessings always. May the force be with you. Take care, brother. Peace.